The world of the ultra-rich is a realm most of us can only imagine. Picture waking up in a penthouse suite overlooking Central Park, your private jet waiting to whisk you away to a tropical island you own. This isn't a fantasy for some, it's daily life for the ultra-wealthy. But who exactly are these people, and what does it mean to be truly rich in today's world? To understand the secret lives of the ultra-rich, we first need to define what ultra-wealthy means. While definitions vary, generally, individuals with a net worth of $30 million or more fall into this category. But even within this exclusive group, there are levels that go far beyond what most people can comprehend. At the entry level of ultra-wealth, we find successful entrepreneurs, high-level executives, and some celebrities. These individuals might own multiple homes, fly first class or by private jet, and have significant investment portfolios. Their lifestyle is luxurious by most standards, but it pales in comparison to those at higher levels of wealth. Moving up the ladder, we encounter the centimillionaires, those with net worths in the hundreds of millions. Here, we start to see more extravagant displays of wealth. These individuals often own sprawling estates in multiple countries, collections of rare art and vintage cars, and maybe even a yacht or two. They have teams of staff to manage their households and finances, and their children attend the most exclusive schools in the world. At the pinnacle of wealth are the billionaires. With fortunes that exceed the gross domestic product of some small countries, billionaires operate in a world that's almost unrecognizable to the average person. They don't just own houses, they own entire islands. They don't just have security guards, they have private security forces. Their influence extends far beyond their personal lives, often shaping global markets and politics. But what does day-to-day life look like for the ultra-rich? Let's start with housing. For many ultra-wealthy individuals, a single home isn't enough. They often own multiple properties around the world, each serving a different purpose. A Manhattan penthouse for business, a chateau in the French countryside for summers, a ski lodge in Aspen for winters, and perhaps a beachfront villa in the Maldives for getaways. These aren't just houses, they're showcases of wealth and taste. It's not uncommon for the ultra-rich to spend tens of millions on a single property, then millions more on renovations and furnishings. Imagine marble bathrooms larger than most apartments, closets the size of houses, and home theaters that rival commercial cinemas. Some even have underground bunkers, helipads, or private museums to house their art collections. Speaking of art, it's a major passion and investment for many ultra-wealthy individuals. They don't just buy paintings to hang on their walls, they compete for rare pieces at exclusive auctions, often spending tens or even hundreds of millions on a single work. Some build private galleries in their homes or even fund entire museum wings to display their collections. Travel for the ultra-rich is a far cry from cramped economy seats and budget hotels. Many own private jets, allowing them to fly on their own schedule without the hassles of commercial air travel. These aren't just any planes, they're flying mansions, often customized with luxurious bedrooms, dining rooms, and even showers. Some of the largest private jets can cost upwards of $300 million, with annual operating costs in the millions. For ground transportation, a simple luxury car won't do. The ultra-wealthy often have extensive car collections, including rare and vintage models worth millions each. It's not uncommon for them to have different cars for different occasions or moods. And of course, they rarely drive themselves. Chauffeurs are standard for daily transportation. When it comes to sea travel, super yachts are the ultimate status symbol for the ultra-rich. These floating palaces can cost hundreds of millions of dollars and come equipped with helipads, swimming pools, movie theaters, and even submarine docks. Annual operating costs for a super yacht can easily exceed 10% of its value, meaning a $200 million yacht might cost $20 million a year just to keep running. Entertainment for the ultra-wealthy takes many forms, but exclusivity is key. They attend invite-only events, dine at restaurants where reservations are nearly impossible to get, and enjoy private performances by world-renowned artists. Imagine having your favorite musician perform a private concert in your living room, or having a Michelin-starred chef prepare dinner just for you and a few friends. For some, the ultimate entertainment is ownership, not just of things, but of experiences. This might mean buying a professional sports team, funding a movie production, or even financing private space exploration. The ultra-wealthy have the means to turn their wildest dreams into reality. The spending habits of the ultra-rich can seem outrageous to the average person. A watch that costs more than a house, a handbag with a six-figure price tag, or a bottle of wine worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. These are routine purchases for some. But it's not just about buying expensive things. It's about buying things that are rare, unique, and often customized. Take, for example, the world of haute couture fashion. The ultra-rich don't just buy designer clothes off the rack. They have pieces specially made for them, often at costs that run into the hundreds of thousands of dollars. A single outfit worn once to a gala might cost more than many people earn in a year. Or consider jewelry. While a diamond ring might be a once-in-a-lifetime purchase for most, the ultra-wealthy might buy rare gems as investments. A single stone could be worth tens of millions of dollars. Some even commission unique pieces from top jewelers, creating one-of-a-kind treasures that double as wearable art. But the ultra-wealthy don't just spend money, they're often masters at making it grow. Their investment strategies go far beyond simple stocks and bonds. They have access to exclusive investment opportunities, like private equity deals, hedge funds, and early-stage startups. Many use family offices, private wealth management firms, to handle their complex financial affairs. Real estate is often a key part of their investment portfolio, not just for personal use but as a wealth-building strategy. They might buy up prime properties in developing areas, betting on future growth, or invest in commercial real estate for steady income streams. Some even buy entire companies, either as passive investments or to actively manage and grow. For the ultra-wealthy, traditional banks are often just the beginning. They use sophisticated financial instruments and offshore accounts to manage and protect their wealth. Tax strategies become incredibly complex at this level, with teams of lawyers and accountants working to minimize tax burdens while staying within the bounds of the law. Philanthropy is another significant aspect of ultra-wealth. Many of the world's richest individuals have pledged to give away large portions of their fortunes. They establish charitable foundations, fund medical research, support educational institutions, and tackle global issues like poverty and climate change. This philanthropy can take many forms. Some focus on traditional charitable giving, while others use their business acumen to create sustainable solutions to social problems. Impact investing. Putting money into companies and funds that generate social or environmental benefits alongside financial returns has become increasingly popular among the ultra-wealthy. However, the extreme concentration of wealth in the hands of a few isn't without controversy. Critics argue that it leads to social inequality and can distort democratic processes. The ultra-wealthy have disproportionate influence on politics and policy, whether through direct political contributions or by shaping public opinion through media ownership. There's also the question of how much wealth is too much. Some argue that beyond a certain point, additional wealth doesn't meaningfully improve one's quality of life and could be better used to address societal issues. This has led to calls for higher taxes on the ultra-wealthy and more aggressive measures to combat wealth inequality. The psychology of ultra-wealth is a fascinating subject. How does having virtually unlimited resources change one's perspective on life? For some, it brings freedom and the ability to pursue their passions without financial constraints. For others, it can lead to isolation, paranoia, or a constant fear of losing their wealth. Many ultra-wealthy individuals struggle with trust, never quite sure if people like them for who they are or for their money. They often socialize primarily with other wealthy individuals, creating a bubble that can be disconnected from the realities of everyday life for most people. There's also the question of legacy. Many of the ultra-wealthy become preoccupied with how they'll be remembered after they're gone. This can drive both their business decisions and their philanthropic efforts. They may work to build lasting companies, establish foundations that will continue their work, or simply ensure that their wealth is preserved for future generations of their family. The children of the ultra-wealthy face their own unique challenges. Growing up with extreme privilege can make it difficult to develop a strong work ethic or a sense of purpose. Some wealthy parents go to great lengths to ensure their children understand the value of money and hard work, while others lavish them with every luxury from an early age. Education is often a top priority for ultra-wealthy families, with children attending the most exclusive private schools and universities. But it's not just about academic education. These children are often groomed from a young age to manage wealth, understand complex financial concepts, and navigate the social world of the elite. The world of the ultra-wealthy also has its own set of social norms and expectations. There are unwritten rules about how to behave, how to dress, and how to interact with others in their circle. Discretion is often highly valued. Many of the ultra-wealthy prefer to keep a low profile, enjoying their wealth privately rather than flaunting it publicly. This desire for privacy has given rise to a whole industry catering to the discreet needs of the ultra-wealthy. From ultra-exclusive resorts that don't advertise to the public, to high-end security services that protect not just physical safety but also reputations, there's an entire ecosystem built around serving and protecting the interests of the extremely rich. The ultra-wealthy also have access to health and wellness resources that are out of reach for most. They might have personal doctors on call 24/7, use experimental medical treatments not yet available to the general public, or even invest in longevity research in hopes of extending their own lives. But with all this wealth and access, do the ultra-rich actually live happier lives? Research suggests that beyond a certain point, much lower than ultra-wealth, additional money doesn't significantly increase happiness. The ultra-wealthy may have fewer financial worries, but they often grapple with issues of purpose, relationships, and legacy that money can't solve. In conclusion, the secret lives of the ultra-rich are marked by extreme privilege, complex financial management, unique social dynamics, and often, a sense of responsibility that comes with great wealth. While their lifestyles may seem like a fantasy to most, they come with their own set of challenges and ethical considerations. The existence of such extreme wealth raises important questions about economic systems, social responsibility, and the very nature of money itself. As wealth inequality continues to grow globally, understanding the world of the ultra-rich becomes increasingly important for all of us. Whether we view the ultra-wealthy with admiration, envy, or criticism, their influence on our world is undeniable. From the economy to politics, from technology to philanthropy, the decisions and actions of the ultra-rich shape the world we all live in. As we move forward, the conversation about wealth, its distribution, and its responsibilities will undoubtedly continue to be a crucial one for society as a whole.